decided to see.
Ask a favor. Years ago, Andy and Pete do rehearsal tomorrow morning. But the guy last week is like my guy did. My guy's not here to learn how to work this. The other guy knew how to. 10. I mean, you don't have to, but if you can show me this. I'll let Jackson check. Oh, you can even turn it on. That's fine. No, that's all I need you to do is come and turn it on.
Well, and then I'll turn off the microphone. Push the button on the bottom of it. And then light the microphone. And that way your battery's on.
Okay.
Will you all please rise for the invocation? On behalf of all here and all the faiths present, we celebrate the hard work and accomplishments of these candidates for graduation. We're thankful for the support of the family and friends that contributed to their success, as well as the hard work and dedication of the faculty, staff, administration, and trustees of the college, which also made this possible. We're also thankful for the many friends of the college who have assisted our students and the college as a whole. We are united as we celebrate this evening, and we stand with these soon-to-be graduates as they continue to work to achieve their goals. Amen.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Rakenza Whitaker. The race is not given to the swift nor the strong, but the one who endureth to the end. Ecclesiastes 9:11. Family, friends, honored guests, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. I stand here today with a sense of accomplishment. My journey started January of last year, after the job I had worked for 22 years closed down. I really wasn't sure what I was going to do. I was at a crossroads, where the job market that I had entered into 22 years ago was not the one that I had entered into that 22 years without a high school diploma. In my junior year, I dropped out of high school. I really can't explain why back then, but I can kind of give you a semblance of what I went through. When I was about 10 or 11 years old, I lost my mother. And from them following years after that, I really didn't have too much respect for authority figures in my life. It made me real stubborn. So it made me not want to listen to teachers and, family members, even my own father couldn't tell me what to do. I was young and wasn't really thinking about my future. But I did, however, when I did left high school, I did enroll into Edgecombe Tech in Rocky Mount. I had planned to do that, and then I had planned to go into the military. But my stubbornness kept me from doing that too. Because I was thinking, if I can't follow orders from regular authorities or people, how am I gonna follow orders from ranked men telling me what to do? So from that point, I did manage to find jobs. This is without a diploma. And how I did it was I lied and said that I had a diploma. So I did a lot of different type of jobs. I worked at Cummins, I worked at Lowe's, but in the end, I ended up at Safe Light. And as I got older, I did kind of reached out to my father to try to reestablish those bonds that I know that I needed, growing up being a man. But unfortunately, just as I was learning how to be a better man, my father passed away too. And while I was at Safe Flight, there was rumors starting to circulate that the plant was going to close. And it was just rumors, because ever since I went there, those rumors had been going on for quite some time. But eventually, the plant did close. I was pretty much at a crossroads. I had to make a decision, because I had to come clean with my wife and tell my wife that I didn't have a high school diploma. And believe me, y'all, I like to have a heart attack trying to tell my wife that. But we sat down and we talked, and we decided that she was going to support me in coming back to school, and what she done. Enrolling in school after all these years, it was just scary, and it was hard, because I hadn't been in school, you're talking about 20 plus years. So pretty much all that knowledge, you know, as far as schoolwork, that was pretty much out the window. But I also found out, and I looked at it like this: this is the perfect way to reinvent myself. So I decided to get ahead and do it. Luckily, I feel like God planted me right in the middle of a circle of supporters. People like Mr. Moss, Ms. Stevens, Mrs. Bone, Mr. Strickland, and even my TAA representative, other faculties, and especially my classmates, especially the ones that know me in class and know how we had fun. They motivated me. And most importantly, my wife, Renee, and my son and my daughter, Rakenza and Rakenza. They wouldn't let me give up. I was having trouble with math, mostly. Yeah. And I was talking to my wife, and my wife told me, she said, you know, I've never ever seen you back down or let anything beat you. And you're not gonna let this math beat you. And I didn't. I kept going, I kept working hard, and I passed. After I finished my high school equivalency, I took advantage of another opportunity. I enrolled in the CDL program here at Nash. And I'm proud to say I graduated from that 2 weeks ago. I've been out of the workforce for probably going on probably about almost 2 years. So my next step is I got to get back to work. But I'm not done yet, because I do have plans to come back and get my HVAC degree, which is going to be my second business. My first business is DJing. So if any of y'all need a good DJ, so I want to say to my classmates, as you look to the path that stretches before you, you will see many choices along the way. The possibilities that choices can mislead you just like they misleaded me in the past. The Bible says in Lamentations and Psalms, reflect your mind back to the days where I stood beside you, lovingly arming you for what lies ahead. You must make your decisions one day at a time. I will equip you as you go so that you will handle whatever comes your way. Trust me to supply you what you need and when you need it. May God continue to bless each and every one of us as we embark on our new journeys. This is just the beginning for us. Thank you.
Enterprising dude. I feel like we should have had some walk-up music for you. Tell me we don't change lives. It's what we're supposed to do. Community is our middle name. We put our arms around our people in this community and do our job. Thank you for your words from the heart. It's special. Welcome to Nash Community College and the 2018 Adult High School graduation ceremonies. I'm Bill Carver, president, and I'm proud to be presiding as we honor our graduates. I know each of you have a special story. Probably, if we had time, we'd let you come up and speak to the crowd. Unfortunately, we're on a tight schedule, but I know that each of you do have a story that got you to this point in your life and make the decision to come back to Nash Community College. Sometimes we may even be a little scary to individuals. We try not to be. It might have been a little scary to make that first step when you got here. Sounds like it was okay. That's great. You called out a few names. That's always the good part when you classmates and when you like your faculty, that's even a positive. So, before I introduce the speaker this evening, I'd like to recognize the Nash Community College Board of Trustees. These individuals serve as the governing body. If you get closer to this thing, it kind of gets louder, doesn't it? Maybe step back here. These individuals serve as the governing body of the institution. They volunteer their time and efforts to make sure that Nash Community College is meeting the educational needs and citizens of this region. I'd like to ask each board member to please stand as you're introduced and remain standing. Audience, when I finish calling their names, if you don't mind, let's give them a round of applause. Not yet. Mr. Paul Jaber is the chairman from Rocky Mount. Mr. C.E. Sonny Foster is the vice chair from Rocky Mount. Mr. Sam Dickens from Rocky Mount. Ms. Catherine Fisher from Rocky Mount. Mr. Keith Harris from Rocky Mount. Mr. Bill Marshman from Rocky Mount. Mr. Jim Martin, Rocky Mount. Mr. Wayne Outlaw, Rocky Mount. Mr. Russell Proctor, Rocky Mount, and Mary Wells, Rocky Mount. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could give these individuals a round of applause. Did I tell you they're also my bosses? A little harder on the applause next time. So, they're a great board, ladies and gentlemen. We just had a board meeting this week to discuss things about Nash Community College, but if I keep talking, we won't finish with this ceremony. But I can tell you, you're at a good place. Graduates, you've earned your credential from a good place. We're growing, we're doing things. I do welcome you back at some point. You've reached this milestone in your academic career. Thank you for recognizing that the faculty had a part in this. This is what they're supposed to do. It pleases me when the faculty does their job. Graduates, along with your hard work, this is an effort, a total effort. I challenge you to build on this accomplishment. This evening is a rite of passage, and we celebrate your achievements. Students and guests, again, let's have a round of applause for the faculty. They're doing their job. We heard and we talked about compelling stories. We heard a compelling story. While we're here to help people, our speaker this evening also has a compelling story. Happens to be someone that's in-house. Marbeth Holmes is director of our student wellness. She's a professor of humanities and social sciences. Marbeth earned an associate in arts degree, liberal arts from Lewisburg College. We won't say when, Marbeth, is that okay? All right. From Lewisburg College, and a Bachelor of Arts in English from Meredith College. English is hard, too. She graduated with a Master's of Arts from Abilene Christian University, a Master's of Social Work. This is where she let me down. She got a Master's in Social Work from the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. She's a National Certified Trauma Clinician, a licensed clinical social worker, a licensed clinical addiction specialist. Marbeth is a recipient of the Albert Nelson Marquis Lifetime Achievement Award, the 2016 recipient of Nash Community College Ambassador Award, the 2014 recipient of the Burns Award for Excellence in Clinical Social Work at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. And most recently, I'm proud to say, in 2018, she received the Nash Community College President's Cup, the highest honor that the college can bestow on an individual. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me a great deal of pleasure. Please join me in welcoming my friend, Marbeth Holmes, to the podium.
Y'all know I'm excited. Thank you, Dr. Carver, our Board of Trustees. Thank you, family, friends, faculty, and staff who are joining us tonight for such a monumental stepping stone in the lives of our graduates. And graduates, one more time, congratulations. There are no words to express how deeply humbled and thrilled I am to have been asked to offer your commencement address, to share in a moment in time that you will always remember. Though you will not likely remember my name, and that's okay, I sincerely hope you remember how this moment right here, right now, feels. How full of hope and proud you feel that you have accomplished this educational benchmark. For some of you, the high school equivalency was a smooth and immediate transition from high school. But I also know for some of you, it's been decades, maybe even a previous century since you were in high school. Either way, you are here tonight. You have made it, proving that at any age, we can learn, we can accomplish a goal, we can transform our potential through exercising educational opportunities. I am here tonight because I once was where you are. Although I couldn't afford to attend my GED graduation, I remember how proud I felt that I had taken that first step to overcoming the stigma and shame of being a statistic, a high school dropout, pregnant at 16, a teenaged mom, destined for what many said was not much. In fact, when I earned my GED, not one person, no one said, "Congratulations, I am proud of you." So audience, tonight, if you don't mind, all together at the count of 3, please join me in saying, "Congratulations, graduates. We are proud of you." I do not want them to leave here tonight not knowing how proud you truly are of each and every one of them. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Congratulations, graduates. We are proud of you.
Thank you. Woo-hoo! Absolutely. And graduates, for me, earning my GED proved to be a stepping stone for what has turned out to be quite a journey. One that has led to a deeper understanding of love and of the value of education, my definition of success. I hope your accomplishment tonight will be the same for you. Today, I am humbled by all of the experiences that have shaped me, both personally and professionally. I have numerous degrees and more accolades than I deserve, although I did work hard. I've published poetry and literary papers. I've studied at Oxford University, been to Europe discussing my work here at the Student Wellness Center. I've been to South Africa, where I presented research on HIV/AIDS, and climbed to the top of Table Mountain, one of the new 7 wonders of the world. I've even been to the White House for a reception with Mrs. Obama in January of last year with my colleague Sharon, when Nash Community College was recognized as a White House Healthy Campus Challenge Award winner. And yes, 2 weeks ago, as Dr. Carver said, right here, I received our President's Cup, an honor that I share with our Student Wellness Center team and also our faculty and staff for their diligence in referring students who need specialized Blue Love. And you may see me standing here tonight as an accomplished person, and you may think, well, she doesn't know my story. She doesn't know what I've been through. Of course, you would be right. I don't begin to know your story. But let me share a little more about mine. And this is the first time I have shared much of this in a public setting. I have been rejected by those I love and counted on the most. I have served my country as a military spouse during wartime and peace. I have experienced sexual assault, domestic violence, and lived in a hostile home. I've experienced family substance use disorder, family incarceration, and suicide of family members. I have been through a difficult divorce and had my dreams shattered. I have been poor, literally down to 12 cents that we claimed from the couch cushions. Had checks bounce, utility disconnection notices, purchased groceries with a credit card, and truly the gas company came to my house and sucked the gas out of our gas tank because I could not afford to pay the bill. I've been a single parent, juggling work, taking on extra work to earn extra money while still finding time to be a loving, engaged parent to my children. In 1991, I experienced the unimaginable death of my youngest son. And in 2008, the traumatic loss in an instant of both parents in a car wreck. Many times, I thought I could not make it through. I could never measure up. I could never be good enough. Or I simply could not face one more struggle. Although all of these experiences are part of my story, they do not define me. Rather, they have shaped me. Like that GED in 1980, they were stepping stones to grow me into the person I am. Experiences are temporary. They happen in that moment that we call right now. However, what we do with them tells the real story. Mine have deepened my understanding of love and the value of education. Without faith and love from family, and BJ, I know you're out there, thank you, friends, and my Nash family, and that education that provided meaningful work, I might not have made it through. I'm an only child, but I was not alone. And whatever challenges you face or have experienced or will in the future, neither are you. To me, love is also service to family, community, and to ourselves. How we treat others is a direct reflection of how we perceive ourselves. Many of us are taught, love your neighbor as yourself. I agree, but I would also argue we must be willing to love ourselves as we love our neighbor too. So graduates, don't beat yourself up. The world will do that enough. Be good to yourself. Speak words of praise to yourself, about yourself, and of yourself. Celebrate the big wins like tonight, but also celebrate the small victories that every day prove, yes, you can. Although I may not know your specific story, because we're sharing this moment together tonight, I do know you are resilient, courageous, goal-oriented, ambitious, strong, and worthy with a bright future. You are not a quitter. Like tonight, we share the excitement and joy of accomplishments with loved ones, but we often suffer in silence. Another lesson I have learned, graduates, be willing to ask for help. It's a sign of strength and courage, not weakness and fear. We are human. Though yes, life is good, it clearly is not always easy. Be willing to ask for help. Ask questions. Seek guidance from others with more wisdom, and lean in when you need support. Don't pull away. Let others shine through their service to you. Learn to both give and receive. For some of us who are givers by nature, receiving can be among the hardest of life's lessons. It requires us not only to be open, but to be vulnerable. Make no mistake, that is not weakness. That too is strength and courage. So yes, ask for help. Ask for a hug when you need one, and accept it with humility, grace, and gratitude. Be thankful. Living a life in gratitude is also love. Tonight, graduates, it is my hope that you continue to grow. See yourself as capable and competent, successful, and become a lifelong learner. Don't become complacent or stagnant. If your life is boring, change it. Enjoy life, have fun, play, blow bubbles, take time to color. Take in the beauty around you. Create a life you love. One that gives you space to flourish, thrive, shine. Be intentional with your choices. No matter the job or the career path, the work you do matters. So do it to the best of your ability. Do it with flair, passion, and integrity. Education truly is a stepping stone. It leads to choice, to privilege, to power, to personal power, yes, but also to professional power. There's the reason Dr. Carver says careers are born at Nash Community College. And tonight, graduates, so too is yours. Whatever your path, whatever you experienced that steered you from society's traditional pathway, honor the journey. Celebrate it. You are the exception. Be exceptional. Earning your high school equivalency degree is a transformative stepping stone that will give you options and make your future professional successes possible. Whether your goal is an immediate job or a promotion where you already work or more education, tonight you are a graduate. It's also my hope that you surround yourself with people who encourage you and believe in you, something I am most blessed by in both my personal life with my husband, family, and friends, and here at Nash Community College. My work here has been supported by innovative leaders such as Dr. Carver and our Board of Trustees, and my esteemed colleagues who believe, yes, we can serve the whole student. Here at Nash, I told you I was going to talk about it. We have that campus culture called Blue Love. We believe our students deserve more than course content. They deserve love. You likely experience some of that special care and support from Ms. Stevens, from your HSE coordinators and instructors, people who believe in you and believe that, yes, you can. So whatever your next step, at some point, I hope you consider returning to Nash Community College. And I know some of you already have plans to do that, and some of you who didn't before I got up here are going to now. Whether it's skilled training, a certificate, or a curriculum degree, I promise here at Nash, you will be loved. I've been a college student in my teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. And it was not because I'm a slow learner, but because I'm a lifelong learner. It was not my intention, but it's where my GED has led me. My husband also has a GED and a master's, my daughter a PhD, and both of my sons Juris Doctorates with law degrees. So yes, I do believe in the power of education for me, for them, and for you. Today I have 24 letters after my name. However, I am always mindful that it's those first 3 letters, G-E-D, that made all the others possible. A true stepping stone to my success and to yours. Graduates, thank you for choosing Nash Community College to complete your high school equivalency degree. Thank you for playing GED trivia with me at rehearsal. Do you remember 1942? It was truly an honor to meet you, and when I said congratulations to each and every one of you, I meant it. When you reflect on that blue love stone that I gave to you, I hope you remember tonight for the glorious celebratory moment that it is, and that you will remember your commencement speaker defined success not as dollars earned or accolades received, but as love and education. Thank you for sharing this exciting moment with me tonight. And when you walk across this stage in a minute, I want you to know you are a role model, an inspiration. Hold your shoulders back and your head high. Try to keep it on. And show them how it's done, because you did it. Congratulations, graduates. I am proud of you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ivana Stevens. I'm Director of College and Career Readiness. President Carver, members of the Board of Trustees, honored guests, family, and friends. On behalf of the College and Career Readiness program at Nash Community College, I would like to present the candidates for the high school equivalency degree. Before I present the candidates, I'd like to take a moment to share with you some facts about this class. Since last year's graduation, 106 students have completed their high school equivalency. Of those 106 graduates, 55 are graduating with honors, 6 completed the National Career Readiness Certificate. Our youngest graduate is 16, our oldest graduate is 56. In this group, we have parents, grandparents, and 4 sets of siblings. Many of these graduates have moved on to curriculum programs and better careers, but they know that they will always be part of the College and Career Readiness family. Candidates, please come forward. Family, please hold your applause till we reach the end. Mariam Nabi Abdus Salam. Raiki Neon Anthony with honors. Danielle Grace Barrett with honors. Maddie Kilpatrick Battle. Brittany Elizabeth Bissett with honors. Dylan Reed Bissett. Dylan Thomas Brinkley with honors. Michael DeQuarius Bynum. Terrell Lamar Kennedy with honors. Cheyenne Allison Carrico with honors. Michael Lorne Carrico II with honors. Ginger Marie Carnley. Eliud Carrera Castillo. Olendi Abigail Carrera Castillo. Rosalba Evangelina Carrera Castillo. Joy Turner Cobb with honors. Joy Elizabeth Coggin with honors. Catherine Elizabeth Collins with honors. Brooke Naomi Cuthbertson with honors. Shatoria Tynasia Daniels. Anika Shante Demetrius. Peter Albert Dennis with honors. Tyler Lee East with honors. Malika Evans Eatman. Ariel May Edders with honors. Chris Shen Eugene. Rashawn Nicole Freeman. Jonathan Lee Fulgham with honors. Denisha Mache Gray with honors. Latresa Everett Green. Gloria Johnson Hedgepeth with honors. Debbie Wilson McGilvain with honors. Brandon Isaiah Parker. David Graham Perry. Lakeisha Ann Person. Nathaniel Lee Pittman. Christian Lewis Smith. Jonathan Chase Stallings. John Russell Tanner with honors. Noah John Tippett with honors. Ashley Ann Vaughn with honors. Rakenza Ramon Whitaker. Keith Lee Whitley with honors. Logan O'Neill Williams with honors. And Brandon Michael Worrell with honors.
We got a subdued crowd out there. Yeah, there you go. Go ahead. That was a little bottled up energy right there. I think we'd all been dying for a little bit of hooping and hollering there for a minute. Let it out, let it out, let it out. I'm Trent Mohrbutter, Vice President for Instruction here at the college, and it gives me a great deal of pleasure to to present the candidates for graduation. Will the candidates please rise? President Carver and members of the board, these candidates have met the requirements for graduation as determined by the faculty of Nash Community College. On behalf of the faculty, I recommend that they be awarded the high school equivalency diploma.
I've done it a few times. Being recommended by the faculty and having completed the requirements for graduation as prescribed by General Statute 115D, State of North Carolina, by the authority granted to the Nash Community College Board of Trustees, you are hereby to receive your adult high school diploma, high school equivalency diploma. Congratulations to each of you. Oh yeah, there's one other thing. You may now turn your tassel.
Will everyone rise for the benediction, please? We ask blessings be upon these graduates as they find new roads to travel. We ask that they walk safely upon their chosen career paths. We ask they stay true to the dreams now forged into reality as they go forth into the world with proven accomplishments. We ask they be guided as they make their mark on the world with intelligence and kindness, becoming dedicated citizens and volunteers. Let the lessons learned here be the beginnings of a prosperous future for each and every one. May these graduates be led to do what is best, and may the good they do echo throughout this world and into the next. Amen.